And let's start with the Daily Guide newspaper. Now, Heath Goldfield pays 136 million cedis liabilities to former workers. And this is coming few hours after I saw a petition to the presidency asking for an investigation into how Heath Goldfield was awarded that particular mining lease. We'll talk about it in details later on the show. Now, Ken Opin's wide lead in MPP race, and that is citing a survey by Dr. Dia. Details are on page 3 of the paper. Again, on that particular primaries of the MPP, MPP flag bearer is aspirant to sign peace pact. And we are told that on Thursday, all the 5 aspirants will commit to peace in the primaries, such that the party could unite after that particular primaries coming up on 31st of January. Dubai, India account for 98% of small-scale gold exports, and some agencies or the Gold Board have been giving some explanation as to which country we sell our gold to. Predominantly is the Dubai and India. And Baumia beats peace drums. He's been calling for peace ahead of the election or the primaries. Let's do other papers now. The new finder, Ghana's gold reserves estimated at 146 billion US dollars. That's according to the CPS. Okay, and then we have debt restructuring ripple effect hits Ghana's financial system, analyst says. And also Ghana to curb $127 billion revenue leakages with new AI customs tool. Okay, let's see how that particular one goes. Graphic business, Stanbic tops in corporate banking. KPMG leaders assessment report says. GSA Alliance reforms with 24-hour economy after to boost trade. Ghana's economy grows 3.8% in October 2028. Good news for Ghana there. Back page, broadcast to algorithms. FIFA's TikTok alliance signals shift in sports business models. Well, some news coming from there. Now, the insight, Election Watch demands police intervention to ease rising tensions in MPP primary. Okay. Well, let's see how that particular one goes. But get details on page 3 of the Inside newspaper. And Rick, because in the last days to the election, you know how things are rising. Now, rekindle the flame of Pan-African solidarity. VIP urges Africa in historic visit to Guinea. Okay. Trade Minister hails fall in cement prices. Thumbs up exchange rate stability. And timber monitoring team steps up on powerful tools as police arrest aid. Get details of the story on page 5 to know which aid they are talking about. And Central East Regional Police Command bust 3 suspects in car stealing syndicate. There are more on that paper. The overseer, GRS AI initiative at port to boost revenue by 45%. At no cost to importers. Okay, this is what we are being told. Please contest to represent as well. Nima NDC grassroots appeal to Amina Adams. And Election Watch demands police intervention to de-escalate MPP primary tension. I only believe in election day poll, Educhum says. Okay, let's do the Hawk newspaper. Goil dares Star Oil, and this is a price war between Star Oil and Goil. Star Oil CEO says the MPA should do away with the price floors so that they could go down further. Then the MD of Goil comes in to say, well, you're not even pricing close to the price floors. How are you then calling for the price floors to go off? Until you do that, that's when we can believe in what you're saying. Get details on page 7 of the paper. Interesting what's happening on the oil front. Musa Dankwa versus El Bernard and 6 prophets. That's ahead of the 31st January primaries of the MPP. And then also IMF busts MPP $214 million loss bubble. Really? Okay. I mean, reading, they confirm it, but they say that is because it also helped the economy. But get details there. And let's see how that one goes. Let's do the New Republic. Bring Ken home. Angry mob storms U.S. embassy to drag VIP fugitive former minister home to face justice. Okay, OMC bosses in jabs. That's the story I brought to you earlier. The fight between Star Oil, the leading OMC, and the second leading OMC, Goil, is getting interesting. But of interest to us as consumers is that we're getting fuel at cheaper prices. But get details of their fight in the paper, page 3 of the paper. Now, Rich Hospital scandal forces ministry's hand. And that story is on my journalline.com, so I will bring you details of that. Okay, so let's do myjournalline.com. Ofori-Atta to face U.S. court today over immigration status as Ghana pushes extradition. We'll get to know how that particular process goes. The whole nation wants Kennedy and will make strong case for a Japan. Being open to public service but sets clear conditions, and that's coming from the interview that MFA the T had with him there. When you believe in God, things become easier. Being opens up on faith and survival. There's a lot from that interview on myjournalline.com. Ghana's mining reforms risk choking investment, says industry body. Well, let's wrap it up here and hand over to MFA the T to engage her guest. MFA, back to you.
Thank you so much, Pele. You look really, really nice.
This is by Sparks by Abby.
Okay.
They gave me the Sparks by Abby.
Thank
Solid
you.
young lady.
We'll see you shortly back on the table on the show. So take a breather. Well, thank you for staying with us. So time now to review the news. A lot of matters are rising, including that protest or picketing, I should say, that will happen a little later today. And joining me in studio is Mohammed Baktalia, MP for Sisala East and board member at TOR. Hobson Odoye, Director of Field Operations, United Party. Dr. Bernard Tutu Wahine is a lecturer at the University of Education, Winneba. And as well, Awal Mohammed will be joining us a bit later. He's a member of the NPP Communications Directorate. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I really want to start with this picketing that Rise Ghana, backed by Money Ghana, is also happening a little later today. Is it necessary? I start with you, Honorable. Is it necessary?
Well, maybe excuse me, before Honorable comes in, you made an appeal.
Yes.
And I just want to donate. In fact, it touched me. So, they needed...
They need 120,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay. I am in opposition. I don't have much. So I'll help them with 10,000 cedis.
Thank you so much.
That's huge. It's not about opposition, it's about the person you are.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. That will go a long way to help her closer to her breathing challenge. Thank you.
You are receiving for them, right?
We will receive on their behalf.
Right.
We'll make arrangements as well to find how it gets to them. Thank you. And that's we're on it. But Honorable, is this really necessary?
Well, MFA, let me say good morning to you and your team. Also to say a very good morning to the people of Sisala East. I like their name. Maybe it's coincident. They said, Arise Ghana. And we have a national anthem, an anthem said, Arise Ghana, you for your country. The nation demands your devotion. So maybe that's what they are doing, because we are all involved.
Right? Yes, patriotism.
Yes, we are all involved to make sure that we get Ghana to the right place. So basically, they are moving the conversation from just political talks on national televisions to real actions, where they believe that it's not only, quote and unquote, the story being told out there that there's some political persecution or deliberate attempt to let somebody look bad. But the nation, as we all are in, is asking for this to be done. And so if they would do it professionally, and I know, to send the right signal that yes, the Ghanaian populace are also much concerned that leaders should be held accountable as enjoined by our constitution or the laws that govern our country. To me, I think it's good. But they should not do it out of the laws of this country, because they are at the embassy. They should portray who we are. They should make sure that they abide by the law and send the right signals, communicate nicely to the American government. Said that maybe it might not only change the processes, but it might speed up or bring more attention to it. Because we know issues about expeditions are issues of law. You can only call more attention to let them understand that no, it's not just quote and unquote the political persecution we are looking at. The whole Ghanaian populace are thinking that leaders should be held accountable during and even after their stewardship. So that's...
Okay, I have a few further questions to ask. So let me come to you, Mr. Adoye. How do you feel about this picketing?
Oh, I am in total support. And from here, I'll be joining them. That's why I'm in black. In fact, I don't know the group.
But you're joining.
I'm joining. I only asked yesterday in the evening that who are the organizers. And then I heard Bernard Mona's name and others. So I called Mona. He said, oh, yes, they are organizing it. So then I'll be joining you today. They are wearing red. In fact, I come through my listen. I couldn't get a befitting red. So I decided to be in black. When I step out, I'll just get my red band and then join them to picket.
What will you be picketing for? What will be your personal core reason?
They are sending a signal to the American government that, look, the person you've detained, we need him here in Ghana to answer some questions. America, they don't entertain corruption and all that. So if it's a corruption-related issues, I think it will, like Honorable was saying, it will take time. For example, look at Abu Trika in Ghana. Always they go to court until they come out with a final judgment. They cannot send him. Are you getting it? Now, if American government is aware that these are some of the things that are going on, it may speed up the processes. And today is very strategic because Ken Ofori-Atta will be in court today. And as we speak, America, they are on their best now. So by the time they wake up, get to, court, they will see pictures and statements from today's program. It's 2 a.m. in U.S. now, in New York, 2 a.m. So by the time they wake up, prepare, and then go to court, they will see all these pictures and statements from Arise Ghana, and that will help. Are you getting it? Though today's court is not about Ghana's, the extradition request. It's an immigration issue. But it will also inform, because today, the judge will determine whether Ken Ofori-Atta should be deported or not. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So knowing this, I think it will help. It will help, it will aid the lawyer's judgment, knowing that this person in question is having issues. He was a former minister, and they're accusing him of some kind of corruption. They need to also help this country. And once we know that Attorney General has put in a former
extradition request,
American government, maybe they may also push that one to the judge to study and then take a decision on that. So I would just say that all those going to American embassy, you should know that once you get there, you are in American soil. So you don't go and then misbehave. All of us will be there to control. I asked, they've written to the police, they've given them the assurance that they will be there to support. They wrote to the ambassador himself that, oh, this is what is going to happen. And they are also aware, they are prepared to receive them and all that. So I think it's a good move, very strategic. And we are praying that the American government will listen to the cry of Ghana and bring that man so that all the accusations against him will come and answer. For all you know, maybe he will come and go to court and they say, oh, all the things that you are saying, you don't have any fact. So Ken Ofori-Atta, go home. Just imagine how that day will be for Ken Ofori-Atta and the MPP. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
If you come and you are not able to also defend yourself, and they say, oh, because of this, you've misappropriated this, maybe this money was stolen, that and that and that. So because of that, you are convicted. Maybe you should pay the money or you go to jail. Just imagine how that day will be for other Ghanaians who want to fight corruption in this country. So I would say, Arise Ghana, it's a good work that you are doing. We are all going to support. I'll be there. And MFA,
yes.
If Joint News come there, they'll capture me. They will know that, yeah, this is Ofori-Atta standing there. And
I have no fear or doubt.
I will hold my placard. Yes.
I have no fear or doubt that when you say you'll be there, you'll be there. However, Doc, I'm coming to you, and my concern really is that, are we not mixing things up? Are we not putting premium on where premium is not supposed to be? Arise Ghana indeed wants accountability. But if you look at the reason why Ken Ofori-Atta will be going to immigration courts, it's very, very different. I hear the Attorney General saying that they have some sort of indirect or direct connection to why his visa was revoked. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the understanding I'm getting. But if I understand deportation processes, you'd see that it is purely an immigration matter. And if it's an immigration matter, what will Arise Ghana be demanding for? Will their picketing amount to anything at all?
All right, so good morning to our viewers and good morning to all of us. Yes, I think that protest is part of our constitutional rights. So Arise Ghana and their leaders, have that right to protest. But as you rightly asked, the merits of the issues under which the protest is going to be held is what I think that probably the leaders could have, analyzed it very well, probably to find another approach, to the issue. But as I said earlier, that is their right, and the decision to go this path is limited to them. But MFA, the point still remains that the ICE detention of Ken Ofori-Atta, is quite different, from the extradition, issues. And we need to, as it were, separate the two, and not to put the two together in confusion. My understanding is that the decision by ICE to deport Ken Ofori-Atta to Ghana may be premised on a number of factors. All right. Key among them is whether or not they decide, to bring Ken, or they may equally decide, to hold him there pending decision from the Department of Justice, and other complicated, questions that need to be answered. And so, for me, yes, the protest may be good as far as the leadership and other people may be concerned. But then, as to whether within the laws of the U.S., within, the issues that are going to be heard today in the courts, as to whether that will result in the deportation of Ken. Now, if ICE decide to release Ken on bond, all right, it means that he will still remain in U.S.
Is this
based on his arguments,
okay,
what his lawyers will present, based on his defense? If it gets to that point that, okay, we are going to release you, all right, and not hold you again on bond,
Is that feasible?
Considering
it's purely immigration issue.
It is.
I recognize the other factors.
Some other factors, some other people have been arrested based on the readings I've done. Some other people, not politically exposed persons though, but if it is migration, then there's a wider gap between that individual and his political, issues, right? So what it means is that, what I've read is that some people have been arrested in the U.S. by ICE on immigration charges, and they have been released on bond. And some others too have gone through the processes. Remember, Ken has applied. You understand?
Yes.
Yes. Some others who had applied have gone through certain processes, and they've been granted the permission to leave. So that's what I'm saying, that if ICE decides to release Ken on bond, then what it means is that he will still remain in U.S.
Okay. Okay. And then some way, somehow, this picketing kind of makes sense. Oh, wow.
Thank you so much. Good morning to our cherished viewers, and thank you for the opportunity. I wouldn't be surprised to hear Ofori-Atta saying that he will join the picketing. He has been doing this not even in this country, even outside the shores of this country. He has been doing picketing when presidents go to UN and so on. I have seen him do that before. So I would have been surprised if he had said he wouldn't join this picketing. This picketing, I think, is much ado about nothing, looking at the case that Ofori-Atta is going to court for. Again, when you look at the extradition process, according to the lawyers, it takes between 1 to 3 years. That's what the lawyers are saying. It takes between 1 to 3 years because it had to go through a lot of rigmarole before it gets to the place where they will say you can be extradited to this country. So I am only surprised the fixation to get the man in this country. You remember in the Airbus scandal, Samuel Mahama, the OSP traveled from here, all the way from here to the UK and interviewed him and listened to him. What is preventing them from talking to him? Because you see, you have only 3 years to go for your 4-year term. You have only 3 years to go. Now, within the next 3 years, are you going to be fighting extradition of the man? Again, he has been charged along with about 7 people.
Why is the time of essence? The government or the Attorney General or even the OSP who initiated the process is not concerned about the process?
The entire state. I'm saying that the time is of essence because you have even already charged him along with about 7 people. You understand? So you can still continue the case, and if you ask them to enter appearance and his lawyers do not enter appearance, all the things they say against him, he can be sentenced in absentia, as it happened in Sediment.
I hear this argument a lot. However, I have not heard any of the investigative bodies suggest or act in a way that says that, well, because we're asking for extradition, the charges or the processes internally have halted or they have been truncated in any way. They're still proceeding, are they not?
Yes, I'm saying that if you look at the posture of the Attorney General and even the OSP, they want him in this country.
Because
and that
I've
is
heard
what
lawyers,
raises the alarm.
Because I've heard lawyers advance the argument that, yes, he can be tried in absentia, but the most preferred is when he's here. This is what they have said.
Yes, but you can still get him on Zoom. It happened in this country. In 2020, people like one of the two of the witnesses that the NDC presented, they did that cross-examination on Zoom. Gojo Metelnunu.
Okay.
When he confessed that he took tea and biscuit, it was on Zoom.
Let's take a step back. I see that you try to make an analogy about the other person the Airbus The Airbus scandal.
Yes.
Who were you trying?
Samuel Mahama.
Was he not a British citizen?
We don't know whether he's a British.
We can check because I like to think that he is a British.
Whether he is a dual citizen, you can't tell because he is the direct brother of the president.
Whichever way.
That's what I'm saying, that he might be a dual citizen.
Yeah, but how he will be hauled here will be entirely different from somebody who's not another country's citizen.
Yes. Yes.
I just want to put that in.
Yes, but I'm saying that because he is the brother to President Mahama, we don't know whether he's a dual citizen or he is
but can you not make the point without starting because he's a brother to President?
No, I'm saying that I'm saying because you said he's a British citizen. Then I want to lay it bare that indeed he is the brother to the president, so it's possible he is also a dual citizen.
Is Gavin
but if he's not a brother,
is he not a British citizen?
I don't know about that.
But if he's not a brother,
I don't know. How will I know?
But if he's not, are you suggesting that if he wasn't a brother of the president, he couldn't be dual or a citizen of another country?
I didn't say that.
No, I want to understand the logic in it.
What I said that in the case of Airbus, the OSP traveled all the way from here to the UK and interviewed Samuel Mahama.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Then I'm saying that he can still go and speak to Ken Ofori-Atta because they know his address.
Which law would be protecting a Ghanaian resident outside of another country for a state body to travel to that individual?
It is not about the law. It is about the individual saying that this is where I want to stay.
Are we talking about a country's former finance minister?
Yes. But is there any restriction that he cannot stay anywhere in
Absolutely not.
This world?
He has every right to stay.
If he even decides that this is where I want to stay, nobody can really say that he had done anything wrong. Even if he's a former president of Ghana and decides that I want to go and live somewhere, nobody will say that he had done anything wrong. What I'm saying is that if really the state is minded and if time is of essence to this government, the best thing is to interview him via Zoom or get to his place, because where he is, he even gave the address before he even left. After leaving, when the OSP contacted him, he gave the address.
Okay.
So definitely you could do that. I am asking the Arise Ghana people, are they not really worried that someone who was jailed in absentia for stealing 72 million Ghana cedi, you don't think about her extradition is better than someone who has not, he's here, so I'm advising them. Someone who is here.
She's part of the picture.
Someone who is here.
She's
right?
part.
The
two. We are talking about the two.
Yes, you did not talk about the two because I watched the other gentleman on the pulse yesterday. He did not talk about Sedinam. He spoke about Ken Ofori-Atta alone.
You will see the placards today.
You understand? So, but you said you don't know those who are organizing it.
No, but he said
I spoke to Bernard Mona.
Okay, so he told you Sedinam is part of it. Are you not worried that the co-accused of Sedinam has been granted bail and is now in the house?
Ken should come and be granted bail.
I'm saying that, are you not worried that someone who has been jailed for 5 years has been granted a bail with only sureties and
hang on, the person was jailed.
Yes, he was jailed.
He was jailed and he's been granted bail.
Yeah, he has been granted bail by the Supreme Court just last week, yes.
The charges were not dropped?
No, Daniel Azim.
No, what happened?
Daniel Azim has been granted bail.
What happened?
He went to court and he has been granted bail. I'm saying that. So, are you not worried?
No, just for maybe I missed that point in discourse. I mean before, but I wouldn't know how a court has jailed somebody.
Yes.
It is in its entirety. There's finality to the matter. The person doesn't appeal, and then they grant the person bail. Yes. That's why that's my confusion.
No, I said he has been granted bail by a court. So it means...
So he wasn't jailed.
What is your
it's appeal. No, he went to jail, has spent more than a year in jail.
Appealed the matter.
Appealed the matter, and he has been granted bail.
This is more situated.
You understand? He has been granted
You agree,
bail.
right?
One of Sedinam's, the one who did that with Sedinam, has been granted bail. Sedinam is already there.
Ken will be granted bail, don't worry.
So the difference here is that looking at those who had really gotten bail in this country within the last 1 year, who are NDC affiliated, compared to people who had really been granted bail with stringent bail conditions, it tells you that Ken Ofori-Atta, what they want is for them to get him here and persecute him and give stringent bail conditions. Because you see, if you want him behind bars, continue with your case and jail him so that the extradition, he will come straight to the court, to the bail, to the
like the
jail.
Case of extradition.
Exactly. I'm saying that if really what you want
started the court process here
and ran away.
In fact, getting to wait. Getting to judgment time, he sought permission to go for
it was not getting to judgment.
No. Please, Sednam was cross-examined in court, and they closed his cross-examination. So what are you talking about?
No. So and she absconded. Did she abscond?
So are we saying that Ken absconded?
No. No, Ken left this country when nothing has started.
Sednam went
and Ken, when he was leaving this country, he wrote to the chief of staff, current chief of staff, that if you need me, no, I'm coming.
This is the letter.
Let me finish.
This is the letter.
Which one of the letters is this?
Ken Ofori-Atta's letter. Okay. Office of the Senior Presidential Advisor, Ken Ofori-Atta. Then, request for approval to travel for medical checkup.
Yes.
Listen, greetings. 1, trust this letter finds you well and in high spirit. 2, this is to formally request your approval to travel to Rochester, Minnesota, USA for medical checkup from 4th January to 28th January 2025.
Yes.
This letter is dated 2nd January.
Yes.
Now, you've given, wait. You've given a specific period that you want to spend abroad for checkup. 28th January. And now, we are in 2026.
20th January.
So let me answer.
Today. Almost 1 year.
His health. Anything can happen.
Let me answer that.
His health?
He has an answer.
No, let me answer that.
Answer.
When he gave the time frame that he wants to go for a medical checkup, later, there are letters, if you can produce those letters too, when he told them that he was to go through a process. His doctors wrote to this country, wrote to the OSP and told them that you will go through a process in June.
You recall, and the reason I want
bring it out.
The reason I don't want us to assume the positions of those investigating him would be that there has been a few pushbacks. The OSP will come and respond and all of that. So if we pick and choose, because don't forget that the OSP has constantly said that none of the letters suggested that he is a flight, he is unable to travel on board. That is Ghana.
That is
the time frame.
The OSP, but his lawyers are saying that he cannot travel.
But I'm telling you that the OSP says that he has no medical record to confirm that he cannot travel.
And his lawyers are saying that from their interactions with his doctors, he cannot travel.
But I mean, you know how it's done. You have to provide.
So the question is that why do you still want him here in Ghana? Because even if you get him here in Ghana, he can choose not to speak.
Yeah, but why do you want him here?
Yes, he can choose not to speak.
Awal made an important point.
Yes,
I want to come to be honorable on that. Awal, you made a very important point that what is giving the former finance minister and people who wish him well that feeling that NDC, those who are charged under the NDC regime are treated in a way that he feels he will not be treated well.
Yes.
He made that point. This is not a cause to worry.
You see, we will always have this kind of feelings. The one who is pursuing him today was not appointed by John Dramani Mahama, president. He said, it matters. It matters. It matters.
Is he the only one person?
It matters.
The Attorney General is saying that he has a litany of cases that he is waiting for him.
Yes, he's waiting for him to come. The one pursuing him today, strongly, was not appointed by John Dramani Mahama. No. And for that matter, you see, normally there should be reasons why we have laws governing us. And
but Honorable, sorry. Yeah. I feel that as to whether he was appointed by Nana Akufo-Addo
is it material?
I feel that it's in the interest of the state.
Exactly my point.
Exactly. So
exactly my point. So the way, because that kind of feeling.
I am only reacting to the earlier premise.
No, I'm saying that because of what he said.
Then you are twisting it.
No, I'm not. He twisted something. I need to twist to correct it. That's what I'm doing. So, because the point is that we are all trying to say that we are running a country. They are picking the feeling that Ken is targeted and will be handled in a particular manner. That's the feeling.
Is that a feeling?
That's a feeling.
That is what every Ghanaian knows.
No, that's you.
That is what every Ghanaian knows. Because that is what you're saying. That you see, ORA has done a work. They had mentioned over 50 cases.
Yes.
In the 50 cases, Ofori-Atta cannot even constitute up to 10. Yet, the other people in the ORA cases are in this country. No one is pursuing them. No one is pursuing the 21 billion.
Who said?
Now, but in the last 1 year, how many cases are in court because of ORA? How many cases are in court today because of ORA?
And you don't decide. Let me tell you, they brought litany
all the cases in ORA. It is only one that is in court.
They brought litany of cases.
Yes.
The truth is this.
Yes. They brought litany of cases.
Dog has the
Attorney General
has the truth.
Whatever we are discussing, right, with regards to even Arise Ghana and whatever it is, I still believe strongly that if the Attorney General doesn't get things right, he himself has said that it will be very difficult getting Ken down.
Yes.
Isn't it? He has said it. Yes. The Attorney General has said it. And I believe that if they are able to present facts,
yes,
okay, to the Department of Justice, which has the final authority to determine as to whether they will deport Ken or not.
No, it's the court.
No, the court, yes, but
the court in the US first.
But even the court, yes, when the court has decided,
yes,
the Department of Justice.
So they should argue their case in court first.
You should understand
we try to be decorum.
Government of Ghana is writing to the Department of Justice.
No, the point is that, are we also told in this country by the High Commissioner that even though Ken was arrested by AS, they saw FBI around that? Did he say that?
The High Commissioner is an NDC man there.
No, you see, there will always be an NDC man or NPP person leading.
Oh, okay, so
the High Commissioner and Ken are from the same town.
Because of your premise that
they are all from Kibi. They are all from Kibi, right?
Yes, you see.
They are from Kibi.
And I
even hear that there's some link in terms of...
What are you talking about?
Family links.
Family links.
But they are rivals.
Okay.
No, it doesn't
matter. Understand that one. From a party line.
Yes.
But that sympathy could also...
No, there might be political rivals. Not
that rivalry has got to a point that the man has even contested Kufado.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It appears we are missing...
Okay.
Literally fought.
No, you left
just to be clear, you were agreeing that the ambassador to the US was appointed by the NDC.
Yes.
However, the ICE and FBI, whenever they provide information to him, those people are not appointed by the NDC.
So the question, the thing is that I gave that scenario because he said the OSP was appointed by this government.
No, but why are you not putting your background?
Even if you look at the commentaries, if you look at the commentaries by the ambassador, you could tell that he had scanty information.
You see, you have
because he said that he went to them. No.
I'm device.
I'm looking at his commentaries and the subsequent interviews, even on News File and so on. You could tell that he has scanty information. A lot of the things that he said, he even wanted to see Ofori-Atta said no. And
the fact that
a lot of the things that he said are out of conjecture.
No.
And some things that he feels.
What is wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
So that's what I'm saying, that he has an interest. That is
you talking
yes, he has an interest to even bring him here in Ghana.
Importantly,
you understand? So because he has that interest, we can only trust ICE and FBI and the other people's sources. If he is to tell us that he communicated with FBI, he should provide documentation, because you see, you cannot be doing verbal communication with the FBI because you are a representative there.
But we've seen the FBI. Well, I won't bring the FBI. ICE, as an entity, is very relentless. They put out information anytime.
Exactly. So which information they put out against him?
Anytime the ambassador says something, FBI, the ICE would also provide their PROs, and does it corroborate?
They don't respond to him.
Whatever they give.
I'm saying that they have never responded to him. They only give information. This is the reason we are keeping him, because you see, initially we heard that he had been arrested. And he had been handcuffed. They brought in some AI pictures and so on, that he had been handcuffed and so on, arrested. And he came to say that indeed it had to do with some extradition processes and so on. I said no.
Okay.
I want to just
ask him to come. And you stop
this in a brief point. You see, Awa is just mixing
a lot of things.
A lot of things. Number one,
the man who created
the setting issue and the Ofori-Atta's issue are two different cases.
They are different too.
Number one, Sedinam was arrested here in Ghana. He was put before the court. He started the processes. Sedinam was cross-examined in court by the then Attorney General. And they finished with her cross-examination. When you finish, that is not the end. They continue with other cross-examinations and other things. So Sedinam was cross-examined before she sought permission to go for medical checkup. Now, the judgment was given in absentia. She was not in when the judgment was given. What did Attorney General then told Ghanaians? He said, they are trying to get her, but their sources say that Sedinam was not in US. He has traveled to a country who is not part of the...
They don't have an extradition treaty with Ghana.
That's right.
Okay.
That's what they told us. And at long last, we found Sedinam in US without traveling to any place. It means that they were so incompetent that today they want to transfer their incompetence to someone. No problem. Now, Ofori-Atta's issue. He said he was traveling 2nd January and come back 28th January. That time, this government has not been handed over to. So, they were
in transition.
We were in transition.
So it matters what happens during transition.
Yeah. So the approval was given to the old chief of staff, Akosia Fremopari. She gave the approval. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Now, you left. Now they've seen that this and that. Come. You say you are not coming. At times, even one of the letters from the lawyer says, they don't even know when you'll be coming. Yes. Maybe they were waiting for Amechidom or whatever. We don't know. Are you getting it? So that one is different. Now, if you try him in absentia, and then he is convicted and jailed, what will people say? If Ken were to be here, maybe it will go different way. No. So we are not going to listen to what they are preaching that we should try him in absentia. We should try and bring Ken to come and then answer questions.
Why the fixation?
No, it's not fixation.
He needs to answer. Maybe at the investigation stage, they will say that, wait.
I need that answer. Yeah.
They will find out that, even these accusations are baseless. So Ken, you are free go. Without even going to court. Yes. Are you getting it?
What can be done in absentia and non in absentia that will be different?
No, I'm not a lawyer, so I may not know. But in the public court of opinion, people will say, this is not fair. You should have waited for this man to come so that you would try him. That he did not even answer a question.
He said Zoom.
No, we won't zoom in.
But today Zoom was election petition. It was not a criminal.
Yes, it was a criminal.
Are you getting it? It was not a criminal thing.
That's true.
No, but it was not a criminal thing.
It was not.
Criminal laws are made.
It was election petition.
Punishments are prescribed to serve as deterrents. When we allow people to have things in their comfort zone, it means our laws are not biting enough. I am not like this way calling him that he's already guilty. That's not what I'm saying.
But we will encourage appointees to loot so that when they lose power, they just
we have a
run away
of our laws, and we should be able to implement that. What we are saying is that, yes, you even at a point said that you don't want to cost this country so much, so you are even working without taking salary. Yes, we agree. Today we are saying that don't let us spend so much bringing you. Just come and answer to your street worship. What is wrong with the
Manuel?
No, evidence have proven today. This man, let me tell you, he's in the hands of what? Another authority.
He's well to be in detention, but not well to be back in Ghana.
He's well to be in detention.
Yeah.
When they picked him on the street.
No, they didn't.
That I don't know.
What did he?
They picked him on the street.
No, in his house.
No, by his house. It was by his step out and they picked him.
He came out.
He came out
so
of the house.
He shouldn't walk. He shouldn't do anything because he has questions to answer in this country.
No, that I'm saying.
You see, one of the reasons it is difficult. You see, on Sedinam Tamaklo, she was jailed on 17th April 2024.
Yes.
And the extradition process started in June. This was settled on Joy News File last Saturday. That indeed the extradition process put in by the former Attorney General is what they have acted upon. And
but he's giving you a pushback.
So what are you saying?
That's
you just lied that indeed we didn't do anything out of our incompetence.
No.
When in actual fact, it was even settled on News File last Saturday that indeed detention has to do with what the extradition process started by the former Attorney General.
So it means that it's the same thing, because when we told in this country that means
even though we did not sit on our horse,
even though
we wanted her back,
a visa will be expired in November, they got it revoked somewhere in June.
This is also in contention because his lawyers are saying otherwise.
So that's what you're saying.
No, the lawyers are saying otherwise.
Which of his lawyers? The one in the US?
No, those in Ghana are saying that it has not been revoked.
Did you listen to Ambassador?
His time is getting closer. That is what they said. His time is getting closer. That is the reason they had arrested him.
And ICE will arrest you when you're...
Well, that's what they said.
From what the Attorney General had said, okay, three things. Ken had applied for extension of visa.
Yes.
He had applied for citizenship, the green card.
Adjustment, right?
Okay, yes, that's the adjustment. And then the third one is that there has been a revocation, of his visa. Yes. You understand?
Yeah, that's interesting, Doc, because if it's not expired, something must have triggered the revocation.
Yes, that one.
Where the Attorney General says that
so
he's
there
working
is
closely.
still something, because when we listened to Attorney General on that day, he was a bit tight-lipped.
Yes.
All right, because he was trying to prevent certain information.
Information out. Exactly.
But my point is this, looking at the 4 processes that the U.S. has for extradition, purposes.
Yes.
Okay. It makes it a bit complicated. That is the point. And if we can study that and argue those things and probably analyze it very well.
No.
But for me, Honorable, I still believe that
people can hide behind
the honors still
people
lies.
Can hide behind the law.
In as much as we are talking about...
You and me agreed here, you should come back.
No, I understand.
Yes.
That one, I don't have any problem, because I've stated it time and again and
people
again
can use law to their advantage.
That Ken must come. All right? If for anything at all, to preserve his own image. All right?
Why are we concerned about somebody preserving his own image than himself?
No, but we also have to make set a standard in this country that public servants will not take advantage of us. That's simple.
So
that's
for
simple.
me,
why are we running away from
he coming is not a problem. My problem is when the Attorney General and the OSP make mess out of this. Then, of course, their credibility...
What would a mess look like?
Yes, like I stated earlier, okay, if you say the man has committed a crime, fine, tangible, credible,
charges again.
Charges
start the process.
It has started.
They've started.
Which one has started?
So then deepen it and make sure that the man is back.
It doesn't matter the quantity.
It doesn't matter the quantity. Just come.
The OSP is saying he has this one case against him.
Yes.
The Attorney General said he had litany of cases, but he had not started any process to charge him.
But don't forget that this extradition is solely indirectly for the OSP, because our laws say that it is the Attorney General that's solely mandated to trigger the process.
Yes.
So this does not mean that the Attorney General is extraditing him because he has a litany.
That's why he said.
The
Attorney General on his file said that he had litany of cases against.
That's there. But this particular extradition, what do you think is doing?
This extradition, it's in 2 forms. One is that the OSP is looking for him.
Yeah.
2 is that the Attorney General says he had litany of issues that he wants to also confront him with.
But the
OSP, I'm saying that the OSP is looking for him, but the OSP has gone ahead to charge him before a court.
Okay.
That's very important.
A lot of people
what Doc is saying, which I think I agree, is that if there are litany of cases, process the cases and start the processes, whilst you also continue with the extradition process.
But why the fixation on the Attorney General's?
Exactly. You see,
the challenge is that we had a government that came in and said that, well, we had done a lot of damage to the economy of this country.
Let me hear him.
He said we were corrupt government officials.
Yes.
They came with an order that said that Ghana will be able to retrieve $21 billion from Ghanaians alone who are former government appointees.
Yes.
Now, for the last 1 year, in the oral document, It is only 2 cases that are in court today.
Yes. Are you mindful of what the Attorney General said?
What about the quantum?
Even though
the 2 cases can be up to 20 billion.
See,
meanwhile, 100 cases might be up to 1 billion.
You're working.
Why are you not looking at it?
You remember when he came and was discontinuing the cases, filing nolle prosequi and so on. A lot of people chastise us that, well, if you really were minded, you could have concluded the cases. You understand? Because you see, some of the cases travel for 8 years. Some travel for 3 years, 2 years, and so on. We know the rigorous process of the court here in Ghana. If you really have a case to prove, start the process in court whilst you process, because he's not the only person. There are other accomplices according to the Attorney General. So if there are other accomplices, start with them. So that when the process gets to where he will have to be cross-examined, you see how you'll be able to do. If by then he's in this country, you do that because you can still start the cross-examination with the others. That's what I mean. But you see, when
it gets to cross-examination, who sits in?
So you see, that's what I'm saying. That when you file, you will know whether his lawyers will put in their defense or otherwise. You understand? No, you file against him. He has lawyers in this country. The lawyers can still enter appearance.
Do you appreciate the nuances and the challenges of an Attorney General starting criminal charges against a former appointee of that government? Because you know how the extradition processes are. The U.S. will not allow, if the optics look like it is a witch hunt, no matter what. Do you appreciate why it is the OSP that triggered the process? And so despite the Attorney General having a so-called litany of cases, he wouldn't start it at all?
You see, when you look at the cases that are, the processes that we're seeing today, and what the Attorney General...
Please land and let me have another response.
What I think is that they only need Ofori-Atta here. Because you see...
Who are they?
The government. The government. Because you see, you said he did a lot of things with some people. So until you get him in this country, the rest of the people will go scot-free.
As a political party, have you done any internal assessment whether or not to see if he's a person of interest you would also like to answer questions?
He wouldn't say it here. They've done it a lot.
No, you see here.
I mean, I'm asking this because when I engage with people like Doc, resource persons and all, yesterday, for example, I had one of our panelists, Lomluka Alija, he mentioned that it had my attention. He said that as a political party, do we take a step back to actually want to even say that despite this person is part of us, we also have an interest in these cases, whether or not they're true. We want to look into it.
You see, the onus lies with the state to prove that someone has committed an offense.
But that's not in dispute.
It is
I'm
not
asking about
as lay people. It's not the party who will sit down to really do an assessment and think that he's guilty.
No, why are you
do that?
Why are you then doing that?
It is the state.
That's not my question.
No.
Listen to the question.
I'm saying that. It is not the question. Again, when we lost the case, when we lost the elections,
they have done
the first thing the president, the former president,
he did not get the question. If you can answer
when we lost the elections, the first thing the former president said is that all appointees must remain to account for their stewardship.
Okay.
If really they are called upon to do that.
When was
Dr. Baumia also made mention of the same thing, but we said
when was that?
It's his story.
Yes,
it was somewhere March.
Okay.
Somewhere March.
Yes.
That time Ofori-Atta has gone.
So I'm saying that. He said, stay and
come back.
Whatever be the case. You understand? Do that. And we are saying that we are not against anyone. Anyone at all.
Why are you defending?
Being hauled before the court. But you see, you have the penchant of attacking the credibility of people, and you are not able to prove them in court. In 2008.
I want to hear him.
Let me land. In 2008.
Fans in your hand.
I'm saying that.
My friend.
In 2008.
Stop talking about
they mentioned people like Akufo-Addo. They mentioned Ghana at 50, they mentioned a lot of people that they are corrupt. In press conferences by the current General Secretary. Nobody. You remember they said foreign affairs,
it was about Gambia issues.
Yes. The Gambia issue. You mentioned people. You sent even people to court. Asabi was traveling with his wife. He was arrested in airport. He came to this country, went through the process and won the case in 2015.
Why wouldn't this one come?
That's what I'm saying. That. When we accuse NDC of corruption,
you go
we are able to prove. And about 50 people have been proved to you. I'm saying that in the history of this country, in the history of the Fourth Republic, if really someone is giving a politician a bad name, it's the NDC, because from 1992 up to today, there is no single person who has been convicted by any court of competent jurisdiction in this country for corruption and anything.
Awal has my attention because Mr. and Honorable and Dog, persons like Dr. Kobna Bonfem, Kabila, he says that there's too much theater and that the Attorney General can proceed.
What he's saying, let me just pick Awal by his point. He's talking about Asabi. Asabi was in this country given the trial and he won the case.
No,
that's what you said.
No, I'm saying that he was going outside the country with his wife. He was arrested in airport. He was brought back. I'm saying that he was brought back and the trial started.
And
he's airport. In Ghana airport or he had gone. And then he's still in Ghana.
I'm saying that. The point is he was
let him
there was no case.
Let me just
clarify. Let me just clarify.
I want him to clarify. So
there was no pending case that Asabi and his wife were into.
Fair enough.
He was only traveling. That didn't know that there was any case.
Fair enough. Even so,
I am saying that Asabi was charged.
Before he was traveling.
Before he was traveling.
Where did he get his passport? Where did he get his passport?
We organized the legislation.
No. Where did he get his passport?
What are you talking about?
If he was in court, where did he get his passport?
When you are charged does not automatically mean that your passport is
almost all.
Let's be honest.
They are all taken.
When you are charged, does not mean trial has started.
3 years.
The fear has been that. Let's make this point. On this table, he's been trying to push strongly the point that a NDC or the government is persecuting what? Ken. Believing that when he comes here, he might not get fair trial. In his own submission, he indicated that someone like Asabi, who was even stopped at the airport, arrested, eventually got what? Free, because he got what? A right process being taken. So what is the fear of Ken?
But his image was...
No, what's the fear of Ken?
What do you mean by his image was dented?
Wow. You see, before the elections, Fifi Kwete had
there are remedies in our street. There are remedies.
People like
I said there are remedies.
Charles Bintim. Those days, I didn't even know where Ring Road was. He said Ring Road, Barclays Bank, he pushed 2 million Ghana cedi. He mentioned all these things. At the end of the day, they won elections and they couldn't get a single person.
And I'm telling you that our laws provide remedies.
Just hide behind.
Our laws provide remedies.
Do you remember this famous saying by the then NDC chairman, Kobranje, the late?
Yeah.
That there are so many ways.
So many ways of killing a cat, Do you
remember?
And they said they will catch.
Wait.
In fact, because I'm from the Volta region, it's true. There are many ways of killing a cat.
Yes. let me tell you why. They went to court and they were basing on technicalities. Not the substance of the matter.
But it's not true that is said in court.
Please, he allowed you.
Can't you listen to me?
You won't even listen to anybody.
We gave you the time. Today you have had a good time.
Yeah. Okay, we don't want to be shouting. No, that's why. This is a very important
platform. The courts were dealing with technicalities instead of the substance of the issue.
Which is all part of our laws, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's part of our laws, yeah?
But,
you can avoid
at times,
invasion
people will intentionally use that aspect and then throw your case.
But if the law allows it...
Exactly. I am making a point to what Awa said, that NDC came to power and they couldn't jail any of their members. But they have jailed NDC. No. And I'm telling him, this time round, they are going to get round for their money.
No, but even that I sat in the meeting that time.
Yeah.
May his soul rest in perfect peace. Professor Ivas Atamis, the then president, he said that there was a case in this country, Hodare Okai, and he doesn't want the repeat of it.
What case is this?
He does.
Ofori-Atta, yes.
Yes. He doesn't want the repeat of it. Even the point is that
it was just someone who was just removed from GRA as Deputy Commissioner General or something like that.
No, what happened in court? Because it means that it's better, the law, the principle is that it's better to allow 1,000 people go free than to jail one person wrongly.
Yes.
That's the principle. That's the principle we're talking about.
Look at
That's the principle we're talking about.
Look at Atu-Forson. Had there not been some interventions, like Atu-Forson may be in jail.
Yes.
Wrongly.
Wrongly.
Are you getting it? To go and call someone that come and lie so that we can jail this person.
You see?
And you are here.
All political games.
Okay, Doug, I missed your voice on this
Atu-Forson
matter.
has not been charged and acquitted. It is only Nole Prosequa that the state had entered into that case.
Atu-Forson?
Yes.
Atu-Forson was given a judgment.
No, there was no judgment.
I think there was. I think there was.
No, there
I'll
was
check
no
for it. I'll check
there was
for
no
you.
judgment.
In Parliament, when Atu-Forson they were closing Parliament.
Cross-check.
Listen,
The current Attorney General
Atu-Forson's
has discontinued the case. It's part of the Nole Prosequa.
It was not discontinued.
Okay.
It was a judgment.
Later.
No, it was judgment.
Even
Stop shouting.
It was free.
What was the judgment?
Who shout more?
I know that there were a few appeals on that particular matter, which I know that Atu-Forson won.
Then Attorney General was
Atu-Forson won the case.
I don't know whether it's a substantive matter that was appealed on.
Simplicity.
He didn't win.
Not the substantive matter.
Yes.
There was.
I said go for Atu-Forson's closing.
He went to an appeal. An appeals court.
A minority leader.
Appeals court.
Go for it.
There was an appeal pending. This Attorney General came and said he was not interested in that case. So he filed a Nole Prosequa.
True.
There was no judgment. So if there was a judgment, what is the detail of the judgment?
Okay, but truth of the matter is if a person goes to court, if they go to appeal that there shouldn't be no case to answer, and then that is granted, it means that it was not granted. It was not granted?
The case was pending when the current Attorney General had to discontinue the case and file a Nole Prosequa. You can cross-check. You have able
So let's tax your production team.
Yes, to do that right now.
The final speech of Atu-Forson as minority leader, he mentioned this case, how they plan to throw him into jail wrongly. Are you getting it? It's there. The case was finished. Atu-Forson won the case.
Completely, because the then Attorney General was exposed badly.
Yes.
Badly.
You come and say that they discontinued. They filed Nole Prosequa. Where did you get this information from? Where did you get it from?
He came prepared to separate.
Have you ever heard Atu-Forson's name in this Nole Prosequa thing?
No, I haven't.
What are you talking about?
No.
You see,
No.
There are two questions.
I am of the belief that when it gets to this point where, we are talking about jailing and all that, then we are not doing Ghana any service. Yeah. I feel that justice is justice, right? And that when someone has done anything wrong, especially if you are a government appointee and in your own interest, you decide to probably get certain benefits you are not due for, engage yourself in corruptions and all that, you should be able to present yourself for trial. Sure. Now, I believe that, you see, for this country to even move on, smoothly as we all desire, as part of the blueprint laws, that the code of conduct that the president gave to his appointees, I think he should revise it and add something here. What I think, based on Ken's, how do you call it, experience, and then Edinam,
Sedina Tamaku's
issue, I think that henceforth, we should find a way of making sure that once you are a government appointee, all your health and everything should be checked in Ghana. Please, let me land. No, because...
No, I'm supporting you very strongly.
Yes, and then we make sure that even if you leave your position, all right, for a number of years, let's say 5 years, you cannot travel outside the country to probably seek any refuge anywhere or something.
Okay.
Right. Now, if that is done...
Doc, just a minute.
Okay.
Just a minute. So, on July 30, 2024, one of my colleagues in the industry, Manuel Hodgson, reported for Graphic and said that Court of Appeal acquits Cassiel-Atta Forson, and I'll just give you a bit of it. The Court of Appeal has acquitted and discharged the minority leader. He's currently the majority. He's currently the finance minister, not the majority leader. Now, Dr. Cassiel-Atta Forson, who was standing trial for allegedly causing financial loss to 2.37 million euro to the state in an ambulance deal. In a 2-1 majority decision, Tuesday, July 30, the second highest court of the land held that the prosecution handling the case did not establish a prima facie case for Dr. Cassiel-Atta Forson, who is a former deputy finance minister. Dr. Forson is currently the member of parliament. We know this and all, but the crux of the matter is that he was acquitted.
So this is 3 news.
What date is that?
Attorney General, January 30th, 2025.
Okay.
Attorney General Dominic Ayine drops appeal case against court ruling on Atta Forson case. Attorney General and Minister for Justice Dominic Ayine has decided to abandon an appeal initiated by his predecessor, Godfrey Diebo-Adame, regarding the acquittal and discharge of Atta Forson and Richard Japa. The 2 men had faced charges of causing financial loss to the state, but a court of appeal cleared them of these charges. In a formal notice of abandonment to the appeal dated January 23, 2025, Mr. Ayine confirmed the government decision to no longer pursue the case. The notice, which was made available to 3 News, stated that the Republic had previously filed an appeal challenging the judgment delivered on 30th July.
Which means that on this court appeal, the then Attorney General also appealed. On this
so that's what I'm saying, that the case, this current Attorney General, that is Godfrey Dominic Ayine, had filed a non prosequa in the case.
So do we know? Because
but what I read, what is
hang on. Because he was discharged at the Court of Appeal, where did he appeal this? In that same court? Where did the Attorney General appeal this?
Look. Okay. MFA, the same thing that you read. He said, though Attorney General considered the decision perverse and intended to appeal to the Supreme Court. That is number 1. Now, when you go to the acquitter, listen. It's a 2-1 majority. Oh, please. Wait.
I said that.
The current also made my point. You are not the only person on the show.
You lied. You just lied. That there was no life. He said there was no no prosequa in Atta Forson. Didn't he say that?
I didn't read.
Whoever heard
but for reading this, I didn't hear that as a journalist.
Apart from you saying it.
I'm saying that when a person is very sure of their point, it's wrong to say they lied.
Yeah.
Actually,
yes.
So
he said, if you didn't hear,
wait.
There is.
But you are drawing our attention. Hang on.
The acquittal is a 2-1 majority.
Yes.
Listen, a 2-1 majority.
I speak.
By the Court of Appeal, freed.
You can be wrong.
Dr. Atta Forson, minority leader, and Richard Japa. Reasoning: the court found the prosecution failed to establish a prima facie case, meaning no sufficient evidence was presented for them to defend themselves against charges of causing financial loss.
Yes. The then Attorney General disagrees. That's why he appealed.
Listen, you go to court. Yes, you are Attorney General. You are going to prosecute someone. It is on you to provide a watertight evidence.
But if
there was no evidence. There was no evidence.
Nothing.
That even the accuser.
No, but if the matter indeed went to the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court was not going to take a decision at all. It was not allowed the then Attorney General to provide substantive.
He did not file. He just mentioned that.
Also,
listen.
Why did he file?
That's a good question.
He just mentioned.
Why did Ayine file a proceeding?
However, the thing is that the one court ruled.
Yes.
Okay, in favor of Atta Forson. And then the Attorney General...
The state
felt that his ego was bruised.
Exactly.
No.
His ego was bruised.
The Attorney General are losing 2.4 million euros.
The Attorney General felt that I will appeal to the case. So he did. Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So these are the
Do we know the month?
And
do we know
now
the month?
the current attorney general
Do we know the
discontinued
month?
the case.
No, do we know the
in
month?
January? Yes.
You read it.
No, that's where.
So, Amifa,
You see,
I feel
the
that
filing.
this is the notice. This is even the notice.
But now it plans to challenge.
Not announcing.
And maybe if
Please
you
take note.
He says that it's not announced.
Please take note that the Republic having previously served notice of the court against the judgment delivered on the court 30th day.
Awal, take your time. I need to follow you.
Notice that
Awal,
the Republic
Take
does
your-
not intend.
Awal, I'm with you. Take it again.
Okay, so the Republic,
Take it easy. Be calming down, you know.
the Republic
time.
does not intend to further prosecute the appeal, but the Republic abandons all further proceedings with respect to this matter from the date of the notice.
No, which
General
month was the
wrote.
appeal filed? By the
No,
then-
but okay.
They prepared the appeal down.
But gentle-
They did not file.
But
Why would
That's
you go to
what
court and discontinue?
the Attorney General couldn't have
File a nollie
discontinued in the
prosequa
case.
when there's no case.
No, if we just
case.
add, if we just add, that was a
No, a nollie prosequa is a constitutional power.
it is when the case is
Attorney General, current Attorney General,
Yes.
was part of Atufosin's legal team. True or false?
Fair enough, but whichever way, we're saying that.
You are coming.
for an Attorney General-
I'm making a point.
Yes,
I'm making
make
a
a
point.
point.
He was part of it.
Okay.
He challenged it.
Which month
and then
did
the
they file?
court established that there was.
My Joy Allah has
wait.
captured it very well.
Wait.
Ayini's discontinuation of ambulance case
Wait.
was to protect his former client.
Oh, wait.
No, which
You see,
month?
Dominic Ajine was
General
part of
filed
Atufosin's,
appeal?
I mean, maybe
That's what I
a lead
I
counsel
just
or
want to know the
something.
month.
And then he has seen at the court that there was no case. Are you getting it? So why should he come and then waste time on this and then waste state
was-
resources
I said-
on this case?
That is another leg of the argument. The previous leg where Awal is advancing is that if the current Attorney General discontinued, then there was a matter in court.
No, the judgment was
This is how
This
my
was
Joy
a very bad case. A very bad case.
I discontinue Atufosin's case because he was a victim of political witch hunt.
No, this
Is it not
This
true?
is AG.
Is it not true?
But you said there was no pending case.
Atufosin said he's not going
You
to
said
be
there was
You have your win in your cup. You have your win in your cup.
Yes.
No,
which
I'm saying that Atufosin said he was not going to
It's
support
the-
levy.
the month-
And he decided to prosecute him.
the month,
On
the year,
president.
or is it July?
July.
July.
Yes.
So when did they go for the?
No, what I'm saying is that the month, the year is quite irrelevant. Once the
No, it's
Attorney
relevant. It's relevant.
once the Attorney General invokes his constitutional power of nollie prosequi,
Yes.
there must be a matter in court.
I said we want to know.
That's the finality. The when and how does not matter.
There was a finality. We want to know exactly when they
It will
went.
be a problem
Yes.
if we
are not
go
arguing.
and
We
there
are
was no matter in court and the Attorney General now initiates. That
know.
would be a problem.
No, you let me see that problem.
Are you not confusing our?
So where we are actually,
I want
let's
to
get
know
back
that
to the
problem.
matter.
I want
Let's
to know
get
that
back.
problem.
Let's get back
Yes.
to the matter.
Because I cannot tell the month.
Wow. Beyond the government, the current government wanting the former finance minister coming to Ghana to answer questions, which the NPP also believe that the processes can go through finally fair without him being here. There is a thing called the public as well. Do you follow the public discourse?
Yes, I do.
Are they in their right means to say that the former finance minister should return home?
Yes, you see.
He says like, oh, a father cannot abandon his children.
Yeah, you see, for him coming into this country to answer all these questions, I am for that. But you see, our apprehensions are the people who had stayed back. I mentioned this last week, and I still have to reiterate it. The people who had stayed back have stringent bail conditions that even the I watched Haruna Idrisu saying that he is against bail being used as a form of punishment. Someone who has been jailed for 5 years, he went for an appeal. He was granted bail with only 2 sureties. Nobody asked him.
Stayed in court for 1 year. Stayed in prison for 1 year.
I'm saying that.
Add that.
He stayed for 1 year.
For 1 year.
And few months. He went for an appeal. There were no stringent bail conditions. It's just 2 sureties, and that is it. So if he absconds, it will just be like the case of Sednam, because when Sednam left this country, when she had to leave this country, 2 people stood surety, Alex Mood and Governor Tamaklu. They were passed through the rigorous processes and they were discharged.
Yeah.
You understand? So today, if Daniel Adzim decides to leave this country, the same thing, the two people will also just be subjected to these things and they will be discharged.
But you see, on this table, let's spend a little minute on this conversation about bails being used as a form of punishment, which I like to think is what the family and friends of the former finance minister are concerned about. We often, by the way, the former Attorney General filed it in August.
Okay, so that's what I want to know. Yeah, exactly. So it's material.
Yeah, right.
So I wanted to know.
In August.
Yes,
he stayed in office till the next year, January 7th. Wait.
It's the Supreme Court.
Wait. Attorney General firing.
You were having every day somebody.
How can he take
every day somebody was going to
over 6 months?
Every day.
How? How long did he take?
Every day.
And then Attorney General firing an appeal and over 6 months.
The question was going to court every day.
This was just a political game.
As for the nuances of it, is a problem because just yesterday I had a conversation with Captain Prince Kofi Amoabin, retired, who says that he's been in court for 8 years, a little over 7 years. So the time in our judiciary system is a conversation we must have.
But when people are pursuing on political persecution, we should understand what was the basis of Atufosin's prosecution. Okay. Because they spoke
ambulances that we bought
and
they became a scrap.
No. Are you not superhuman?
This is what we're talking about.
In silence. The same thing will keep quiet for you. Keep quiet for us to speak. What is the meaning of that?
Don't represent the facts.
You have your time to clear the facts.
This Bawumialistic behavior is possible.
Is there a term like that?
What was the genesis? Atufosin spoke against e-levy, that minority were not going to, they were not ready to support e-levy.
Was this fact represented in the facts that were the issues that were raised in court?
That was the basis.
Same feeling that
because we're bringing the argument from courts to here. We can't bring commentaries.
Yes. That was the basis. Look,
that was the basic thing.
Look, okay. I've had some conversation with Attorney General, former Attorney General. Who matter. I cannot just come and be saying it.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Okay.
In regards to prosecutions in this country, look, we don't want to open the thing.
Let's not. Let's not. But so the concern about this bill.
When I say it, it's huge.
Okay. I'd love the hugeness, though.
What Hussein is trying to, be economical with, I feel that is where my fear is. You see, Ken issue, is about unnecessary, probably, persecutions.
Yeah.
Okay, that we directed at him. That was
prosecution
why...
or persecution?
Persecution.
Persecution. Okay.
Persecution.
You finish it.
That is why his lawyer, in conversation with the Attorney General, was asking Dr. Yeni whether Ken would have a fair trial and his human rights will not be trampled upon. All right.
Yeah.
We have said about the current finance minister, Atufosin, going to court and all that, where even charges were not substantiated. We just mentioned Amoabin.
Yeah.
All right. When it gets to these levels where, the nation and its leaders, moves away from justice, moves away from fairness, and then try to, let me say, manhunt in quotes, individuals, I feel that it will not be right for us as a country going forward.
So are these the same laws that they apply to ordinary citizens like us? Or they're different laws?
MFA, the laws are there, but the very people who are managing the laws know where the gaps are and what they can use to frustrate you.
So when the law catches them, let them suffer it. Don't let them write.
That is the point.
That's the point.
Someone
that is the point.
No one is answering.
She's here to ask us. No, Doc. No,
I'm actually here to land on the question.
Yes.
You see, because this same law provides that it empowers investigative bodies to grant bail. These same laws allows you, the person who's been accused, to apply for the bail conditions to be varied.
That's right.
When we have our debate and our conversation, we end at how the bail conditions are stringent. But we don't continue further that the same laws allows you to vary.
I made a point here, there's always remedies provided by our laws. That's what it meant. Remedies are there.
So what, the law creates a problem and creates
the law is flexible. It's not that static.
Yes.
We'll tell you that this is the situation.
This man we are talking about, Ken Ofori-Atta, is someone that was entrusted with the public purse.
Yes.
This same man, the debt that is swallowing us was caused by this man.
Oh.
He used his own bank. Conflict of interest, we've not even come there. Are you getting it?
As a transaction
Are
these not allegations?
What, you say?
Are these not allegations?
What?
Have not been proven, though.
It has not been proven how? Is it not in Parliament that all the loans, the Euro bonds and other things, the advices from Data Bank, is it not a factual thing?
No.
Maybe by the time he became finance minister, he had withdrawn in fact, I learned a lot
the Data Bank is for him.
No, when it becomes
it's for him.
It's a corporate
Look, MFA.
Hasn't been
if Mr. Kositum decide to retire, sit somewhere and make you the CEO of multimedia, does it mean the company is not for Kositum?
Well, they are the shareholders. If there's a challenge, we'll yeah. A company can't be owned by one person.
Yeah. Let us help.
But we have a major beneficiary.
Let us help this country. At times, we blame you, the media, for shielding some of these corrupt personalities in this country. Are you getting it? Because we should not entertain some of these arguments. Women rights and other things. When you were there, you go and then take a percentage of the loans.
We'll come back in
the loans that you were taking.
On your screen now is the Arise Ghana picketing that's happening in and around the American embassy. Where's your placard? So that's it. On your screen now is the picketing that's happening. Ordinarily, you would go to the American embassy for visa and all of it. That's right. But today, if you drive past there, you would see that Arise Ghana members, there's heavy police presence as well. What we should know is at what point will we say that you have entered American soil? Is it when you have entered the yard or way outside the yard? For diplomacy conversations,
We are on the borders of America.
When you actually enter the yard.
When you enter the yard. So as at now, they're still in Ghana.
We are on the American border.
Yes, they are on the border. The border between
Ofori-Atta.
No man's land.
On whether he used his bank to do these things and so. This mischief was cured in 2022. I'm saying that this mischief was cured in 2022. The things that Hobson reiterated right now. I'm saying that there was a vote of censure motion in Parliament, which was carried live on all TV stations. The NDC couldn't substantiate how he used his own personal bank to swindle the state. You couldn't substantiate all these things.
Part of that.
Yes, everything.
It was not.
You said you used Data Bank. The vote of censure. The vote of censure conversation.
Listen about it.
Why?
It was not part.
What was not part?
It was not part.
What was not part? What were the charges of the censure motion? What were the charges of the censure motion? No. So, okay, it was part of it. You see, the censure motion was that this is someone who has used his own Data Bank to procure loans for this country, Euro bond for this country. He has used enterprise insurance and other companies to swindle the state. You were asked to come and prove your case. It was live on TV. Your parliamentarians were sitting there and asking all the questions. You couldn't prove.
The hands are
so you see, you
will bring it here.
He was there.
Okay. I will go to Parliament and get the hands.
It was
back. All they are asking for him to come.
The things you don't know. The things that you said against the man, you couldn't prove it in Parliament.
You couldn't prove it. Data Bank is for who?
But Data Bank is for who? From 2022, you went to.
You are here suffering and then you are divided.
Your people who is suffering. Who is suffering? Let me tell you I'm suffering. I'm saying that. I'm saying the facts. You are saying that.
Okay, let's have one conversation.
You said he used his businesses to swindle the state.
Granted, what you are saying is.
Then there was a motion of censure
and he
to
was
remove
there to
him. Oh, come in. I'm coming. To remove him. The things that Hobson said right now were raised. nobody within the NDC was able to really prove
my
that
point is that was he there to defend?
He used data bank
was he there to
be able to do all these things.
Was he
so as we speak right now, the state has not also started any case against data bank.
I'm not seeing anything that suggests that in 2022, and of course the conversation is digressing to other areas, which are all important. It shapes the public discourse.
The same way as the...
But December 8, 2022, December 8, 2022, you'd see that a bid to censure Ghana's embattled finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, failed on Thursday when ruling party members walked out of parliament, depriving the opposition of the 2/3 majority it required to pass the motion. Now, why was he censured? They accused him of deliberately misreporting budget deficits to parliament and maintaining conflict ties to commercial banks that allowed him to benefit from the country's heavy debt burden. Now, during censorship hearings last month, Ofori-Atta said he was truly sorry for the country's economic hardship, but denied accusations of wrongdoing. So I think the censorship was on decisions.
No, the censor motion took 2 months. He was in parliament every day. This one was this one. What you are reading?
Let me hear, and then I'll come to the parliamentary.
What you are reading. Is the tail end in terms of the reporting.
You have always
but I'm saying that.
The court judgments are reading the tail end.
The issues that he was hauled before parliament were deliberated on. Nobody was able to prove that indeed he used the banks for his personal gain. That was never proven. That is the crux of the issue. That's why I'm saying that. If you sit here to tell me that he was using data bank, do all these things, I said,
if you ask me, the crux
why did the majority walked out?
Should he be in US or should come to?
They knew to.
He was there in parliament to defend himself. Why wouldn't he come here to defend himself? That's the crux of the matter.
When he was in Ghana and he went to parliament to defend himself, he was a finance minister.
But the question you are not asking is that why did the majority then, the MPP group majority,
why did they walk out?
Because they knew. That's when they said it will go through.
Ghanaians watched it.
They knew it will go through.
Ghanaians watched it.
No, he was there.
The 89 people who were calling for it, when they go for the secret ballot, it will succeed. So intentionally, they walked out.
In fact, this censure motion, was it not triggered by the members of the NPP members of parliament?
No, it was triggered by NDC.
Yes, NDC.
Okay.
And they couldn't prove anything.
Which ones were they able to prove?
We watched it on TV.
You walked out. They proved. You walked out.
The videos are on YouTube.
The people couldn't prove. Why did you walk out? Are you getting it? That is the question we should ask. If they were not able to prove, why did you walk out?
The reason is that...
We didn't vote.
You see, at least...
No, the point is that my point is that he was there to defend. Why wouldn't he come to defend himself now?
It was a time when you had about 70
all the discussion we've been having since morning, if he gets in here or he should be here.
Was it 70 or 90?
Yes, okay. 89 of our MPs saying they don't need it.
I thought it was 80.
So if there is any motion table for his removal, whether he's guilty or not, is he not true? This is the tight. I'm not hiding it. The overarching issue here is that when they hauled him before parliament, he came.
Yes, he should
it
come
was
now.
on live TV.
Very good.
Nobody within the minority was able to prove a single case that he used data bank or enterprise insurance to really fleece the state. It was never proven.
That's not even the crux of the matter this morning.
You watch it, though.
That's not the crux.
But if there was a walkout, then there was no closure.
It was
I want to hear, though.
The last man knowledge.
Yes, though.
You know, that motion was triggered because previously, you know, I think, was it 86 or 89? 89 members of the MP, members of parliament, have said that Ken should be taken away.
Yes.
All right. And the reason was this.
And the president said he has some unfinished business.
The reason was that the members of parliament thought that, you know, the issues regarding DDEP.
No, DDEP was not there. DDEP was in 2024. This is around 2020.
Yes, sorry.
They said basically that their electorate had lost confidence in its leadership. That was the only thing
that was not the point. The point was that let me help you here. The point was that because minority hinted that they were going to trigger that this thing. Then they decided.
There was some level of crisscrossing.
If you like, call and the appear. Call and the appear.
There was some.
He was the spokesperson for them. You call
for the NPP members.
Yes, he said NPP will not sit down for NDC to take it out, so that it will become albatross on them. So they decided. Take it.
I have actually forgotten the date.
They were promised.
The members of Parliament,
the president assured them,
MPP, had hinted that they were going to, put in that motion
yes.
to get Ken off.
Just after
their
press conference. No, NDC hadn't come yet. No. After their press conference.
That's why I will disagree with you.
Doug has the floor. Let's see where you
disagree with facts. He's there to just make noise and argue.
NDC made a statement on the floor that they are going to do this.
You were in Parliament then, right?
No, he was not.
He wasn't.
So, to the best of I'm talking about what I know.
You're talking about the facts. And that's
what he knows.
What I do. So then the NDC openly came to talk about the fact that, yes. You see, that was when...
the MPP went open because...
Then the MPP came open. That was when the president invited them to...
But before then, MPP tried so much to get the attention of the president, and they were not getting. That's why they went public.
That is the point.
That's why they went public.
Because that action,
I followed it.
That action, please, that action has been signaled.
Yes.
All right. Then the NDC came openly.
That is not correct.
That is the truth.
That is not correct. That's not correct.
Honorable, that is what you said.
No, that's what played out.
They had sought, audience with the president, and they were not getting. And the NDC in Parliament knew about it.
No, because they wasn't new. They wasn't new that NDC were going to do that.
When MPP said that they were preparing the motion, when they thought that they were preparing the motion, they were smart to come out and say that, let him go.
NDC cannot do that because you need to tell majority to take him out.
Please, stop these things. You are here to argue, not to speak to facts. Stop the argument.
These are parliamentary
How many parliamentarians do you need to file a motion?
It's not about that.
They said they wanted to remove him. They couldn't remove him.
I want to come back to the substantive matter.
You did not know anything.
As to
how many people do you need to file a motion?
Was necessary or it was.
Who doesn't know
it's
that?
It's what we should be discussing.
Yes. And you see, the issue as at that time was that based on the intelligence that the MPP members in Parliament had picked with regards to, what the public was asking for, it was necessary that Ken should leave. All right? Because all indications, actually show that.
We'll repeat this topic.
Okay, so I'm going to go to gbcghanaonline.com. I'm not citing my joy online. I'm going to the nation's source. Says that.
I hope you didn't pick from GBC. My joy too.
December 8, 2022. Now, by Franklin Asare Donko and Francis Ejona Mensah, the National Democratic Congress NDC minority members in Parliament, vote of censure against the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, has failed after less than 183 members of Parliament voted to oust him. A secret vote began immediately after the House debated the report by the ad hoc committee set by the Speaker of Parliament prior to the vote. The New Patriotic Party staged a walkout and decided not to support the motion of their colleagues from the minority side of the House. What does this tell me? It tells me that the NDC had triggered this censure after 183 members of Parliament voted to oust him. Who triggered what then?
Not voted to oust him.
You see, is this
when you check the process started with 89 MPs coming, just like Doc is saying, 89 MPs coming to say that Ghanaians have lost confidence in the management of the economy.
Speak to what he read.
Then later, the NDC jumped
to really start the censure motion, and which was discussed.
Okay.
Will you promise us?
Oh yeah.
So that I can go to Parliament and then get the facts.
That would be nice, especially because
can we repeat it?
We can. Okay. The conversation is not ended, especially because today the former finance minister will be in court. Well, in fact, his lawyer, one of his legal team members, Frank Davis, tells me yesterday on the news that he wouldn't even have to go there physically. It will be done via Zoom. Yeah. So we'll get to know. Yes, of course.
Yes. Even in Ghana, it had been done before.
In Ghana,
that's why I come to Ghana and things. Rojo testified.
That one
testified.
It was criminal.
This particular topic, we will repeat it. Everybody should go for his fact.
A right to information to get.
It really doesn't matter so much because the point I wanted to make is that the whole of this morning we've been debating as to whether he should stay there or come to Ghana. But he confirmed that Ken availed himself to defend himself in Parliament. Why can't he come and defend himself now? That's my point.
That's right.
I don't need to go do further defense.
He's worried about how he'll be treated.
How will he be treated? Are you not here? MFI,
yeah, is it more special than all of us?
Because a lot of people have been
That's a question.
Badly. Yes. But I'm saying that some people were arrested last year. Up to now, the case has not started. But they went.
But what has that? Has that infringed on their rights?
Yes. Hanan was arrested last year.
Yeah.
For the last 1 year, he suffered for more than 1 month in police custody because of stringent bail conditions.
You even
as
said
yet, yes. The case is yet to even start in court.
But so it means
the state didn't even have issues.
No, you can't say
they didn't charge him.
They didn't up to now.
No, they didn't charge him when he was put before
what's the challenge? So what's the challenge? Because
I'm saying that someone who was not charged.
The crux of the matter is bail conditions.
Yes, I'm saying that someone who was not charged, Yoko took him and gave stringent bail condition that come and remove him without charging the person.
But did he not have the right to apply for a bail variation? What prevented him?
Yes, they did that. And that process alone took him more than 2 weeks to get out.
But so whose fault is it?
No, this is alien to our democracy. Yeah, it's alien. No. How many times in the history of this country have you ever heard that Yoko had detained someone on suspicion that the person had done something? No, how many times have you ever heard it?
Get examples of Sidina saying that two people who saw it.
Are we in any way saying that when you are picked up, you should the crime should be proved before you are given bail? It's when it is the suspicion. It's based on the suspicion. That's your.
When you pick someone up who has not really committed the crimes that you have seen, you have only gone through some books of his tenure.
Fair enough.
You think that from all indications there are certain things that he had to answer, right?
Yes.
The person has the right to bail.
Yes.
So, but you see,
now even at when
Yoko, that's why I said that this is alien, because Yoko in the history of this country, not Yoko, not even the police. Even the police, when they arrest you, they send you to court first. Then the court will grant you the bail. Now Yoko picked someone up, granted him a bail.
Yoko says he has the mandate.
They have the mandate.
Yeah.
They have the mandate.
Yeah.
They granted him that. To the extent that it had to take him 3 to 4 weeks before he was out. Up to now, the state is not minded to even present.
Don't jump it. Don't jump it because today it's a problem for a government appointee. It could be an ordinary person like me as well. So don't jump the process.
That's right.
So what? Yoko picks him up, grants him bail, and then what? Yoko kept him for.
He's now. They have freezed his assets. Some he acquired before he became an MP.
But it's not with him to prove.
No, I'm coming. He is now in court, challenging them to defreeze it.
Yes.
And they are still keeping it. For the last 1 year, he is suffering.
So whose fault is it?
It's the state's fault. Because if you have seen something, you have to prove your case. It's not him.
Abu Trika. He's not a politician.
No, he's not.
Assets freeze or not?
Actually.
It has been freezed.
Yes.
He's in custody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
And the process has started.
No, has he been released? Is it no more than 3 weeks?
Take your time. Why are you not talking about Abu Trika?
Why are you also not talking about Shatawale?
What happened to Shatawale?
When they arrested Shatawale, they gave that stringent bail conditions. When the junkies got there, what happened?
Which junkies are
they had to be removed.
You called it junkies.
Hey.
Oh, hey. I didn't see you. You are saying
people drinking and so on. You know,
junkies got there. Junkies went there.
I only saw him in
when people amassed there.
Yes, I saw people amassed.
A lot of people amassed there and threatened that they will burn down the place. Saying that they will burn down the place. Within one day, he was removed.
No, when he
are you sure that's why?
No, when he came out.
Are you sure that's why? Anyway, I'm going to take both you and our viewers back to the American embassy.
When he came out, he was
my colleague, Collins from Clon is on standby. Collins, tell me what's happening at the embassy.
For the U.S. Embassy here in Accra, where Arise Ghana, a group of Ghanaians are picketing the embassy to demand the extradition of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta to be brought back to Ghana to face trial of a number of cases. We all know that the Attorney General, Dr. Anyene, a few months ago, somewhere around December, made us aware that he has started the extradition process to get the former finance minister moved back into the country so that a number of corruption allegations that have been leveled against him, they take trials. We also know that the Office of the Special Prosecutor, led by Mr. Kisi Ajaben, also somewhere early last year, also gave him or filed a number of charges against him, 78 counts against him in the case of the Strategic Mobilization Limited SML investments case, where he has leveled about 78 charges against the former finance minister. And we are hoping that he'll be brought back into the country. We know the Office of the Special Prosecutor started the process, but we were made aware by the family of Ken Ofori-Atta that he was supposed to undergo surgery. As a result, he cannot travel longer distance to move from the US and come to Ghana. But a pressure group known as Arise Ghana, led by Bernard Mona, who was also wanting to become the president of the Republic of Ghana because he led PNC ahead of the 2024 general election, but that did not go his way when he was disqualified. But this time around, he is leading Arise Ghana to ensure that we get Ken Ofori-Atta into the country. He is engaging the media that I will be speaking to him. But since I got here, I've seen that people are trooping in to join their picketing. We've seen in terms of security, the police have also moved in terms of their numbers. We can't show you the entrance of the embassy because of security reasons. We've been told that we shouldn't show any visuals, we didn't show anything that belongs to the U.S. embassy. But tens of police officers currently are in front of the United States Embassy in Accra here, and also along the stretches I can see that police officers counting about 20 are also behind us and also in front of us. Some are also around to ensure that peace prevail here, and we have Bernard Mona here that we want to engage him.
Ken Ofori-Atta eka say oyarinti na okọ the United States. Se si a obi anim say Ken Ofori-Atta on yare bio. Nti ne pe na ode kọ ye say okọ akosan ne yare. Se si a no wansan yare no. Wansan yare na ewie. Na wa atena America every time na ye say on tena ho no. Nti US officials na ache no. Ba ye ba ba che no na onu mom akọ apply say se si a no opese on ye permanent resident. Ewa America nti netre say wan ye na adwin say opese on bra Ghana. Nti Ken is deliberately avoiding to come to Ghana to come and face justice. We can say they are enye because ye nyina ye nim say Ken Ofori-Atta is simply trying to dodge say obetimi aba Ghana. Na nsem bebrebe we ya ye ka no na yetimi aba abisa. So Ken Ofori-Atta ne penti and okoda United States of America.
But your question is for how long na the motivation will be
oh, FE and at the beginning until you better now from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, Ochina Yasan to ask for the next 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks for the next 2 weeks. Yani police for Akasa say now you have indefinite protestations and picketing. And I almost say that so we agreed on 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, you know, there So Ken Namba, we have decided that we'll do sleepover. Into Yabaha Yankobio. Into Yadi student mattresses baba. Yadi mosquito nest baba. Yadi cold post baba. Yabed Mia Edriani Waha. Now Yatina say till such a time that the US find a need. So Modican Ofori-Atta baba Ghana. Oh, as you can see, this is justice for Ghana people. Meaning say hopes in adore of the United Party and in for Beba. The PNC and myself, we are here. Members of the National Democratic Party will be coming. And I'm also sure that members of the New Patriotic Party, those who were always behind us, Obunyina Ebre, Ewaken Ofori-Atta, and in particular say you detain Chairman Wuntimi Wagana, the New Patriotic Party go to sit at Yoko. They have detained Ken Ofori-Atta in the United States of America. They should come and join us in that protest.
Bernard, I want to engage you. What made this one even possible that you decided to organize such a thing? Because we know that the US government has already started the extradition process. I picked him about 2 weeks ago that today his case is going to be heard in court virtually. Why don't you wait for the hearing?
You are doing as if because they have promised you that Jesus Christ came for your salvation, it means that you should not go to church. You go to church to continue to drum home the fact that you are ready to accept Jesus Christ as your personal savior. In similar vein, what is happening in the United States has nothing to do with our request for Ken to come and face criminal charges for his stewardship. What is happening is that he has overstayed his visa in the United States. He has applied for permanent residency in the United States of America. The U.S. realized that once he has overstayed his visa, he cannot be moving around in the United States as a legitimate person. So the Immigration and Customs Enforcement of the USA arrested him. They have detained him so that they can go through the motions as to whether his application for permanency will be granted or otherwise. It has nothing to do with the extradition that Ghana government has requested. We are insisting that Ken has been responsible for the economic abortion that this nation has gone through. The premature birth that this nation suffered are all the consequences of the policies of Ken Ofori-Atta, including the deliberate stealing of state resources for his personal use. Ken stole our money and gave it to Enterprise Insurance, a company that he founded, and handed over to his wife. The monies that Ken gave...
Allegedly.
What is alleged?
It has not been proven.
I am the one saying it. You are alleging. I am telling you that this is what happened. And Ken and his administration has not denied that they took over 10 million and gave it to Enterprise Insurance. So what is alleged about their admittance that that money was given? What is alleged about the fact that they themselves accept that there was no beneficiary who was listed for the insurance that they said they were going to provide frontline workers? How do you do insurance without any list of beneficiaries? So it is our money he has stolen. I don't know why you people want to hide behind some terminology. When somebody is a thief, you don't want to accept that he's a thief. In this matter, Ken stole our money. It's as simple as that. And so we are saying that they should bring all those that they have stolen so that the people of Ghana can use these resources judiciously. See, there is no auction that takes place and the money doesn't go to the consolidated fund. Metro mass buses were sold for 2,500 Ghana cedis. A whole bus. Even if you are selling the tire alone, will you sell it for 2,500? But whole buses were sold for 2,500. Those buses have been hidden, causing transport difficulties for us, all under the watch of Ken Ofori-Atta. Ken Ofori-Atta promised us that we were not going to spend any state resources in the construction of the National Pit-style National Cathedral. We, at the end, are told that over $108 million was spent on that edifice or that pit. These are all indicators that Ken has actually abused, stolen our resources. Above all, the Office of Special Prosecutor has come out with about 78 charges against Ken Ofori-Atta. Any decent person will want to come and prove you're innocent or otherwise. Why is Ken running away from the law? That is why we are here at the premises of the United States Embassy, because Ken is domiciled in the U.S., requesting that he be brought to Ghana to come and face justice, to come and account for his stewardship. Nothing more, nothing less. To the extent that President Akufo-Addo's greatest legacy regret is the domestic debt exchange and the pensioner bondholders program. It will tell you that Ken was a monumental disaster who needs to account for his stewardship.
You mentioned that the special prosecutor has leveled 78 charges against him and he should come to Ghana to prove his innocence. But we know that the special prosecutor, alongside the Attorney General, has also begun the extradition process. Why don't you allow the process to go through rather than putting pressure on the U.S. government?
Justice delayed is justice denied. And when you start moving like a tortoise, you will get to destination, but by the time you get to destination, many other people would have collapsed. So we want Ken now because his actions have undermined our progress as a nation, and we want to reclaim what belongs to our nation rightfully.
I want to understand, what specific thing are you asking the U.S. Embassy in Accra here to do?
Ken, I'm sure that the placards tell you, bring back Ken Ofori to Ghana, let Ofori-Atta face justice in Ghana, Ofori-Atta collapse Ghana. Everything that we are looking for is that just as the U.S. has power to venture into Venezuela, capture a president and take him along with his wife to the United States, they should just go and bring Ken Ofori-Atta to Ghana. That's all.
Are you saying they should use force?
Whatever they will use to bring Ken Ofori-Atta to Ghana, they should bring him to Ghana.
Run me through the modalities for this particular picketing. Is it only for a day or a number of days, and what are some of the activities that you'll be doing?
Our initial notification to the Ghana police was for an indefinite protestation and picketing. They requested that we should put it into lots. And so we agreed that the first 2 weeks will be just to come sit around the United States Embassy. If the U.S. decide that tomorrow Ken is coming to Ghana, we will terminate our picketing. If Ken is not coming, after 2 weeks, we will review our operations. We will bring our coal pots. We will bring our mosquito nets. We will bring our lanterns. We will stay here forever, from morning till morning, until the United States aid Ken's extradition to Ghana.
Right, thank you. So that's Bernard Mona, the convener for Arise Ghana, who is leading this particular picketing here. But I'll be engaging some of the protesters who have joined this particular protest today here at the U.S. Embassy. They claim that they will be continuing to do this until the U.S. Embassy and the U.S. government bring former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta into the country, whether through extradition process or in any foul means they will do that. Sir, first of all, what's your name?
So my name is Dr. Joseph Kobla Pemako, and I am the Executive Director of Human Rights Reporters Ghana. I represent the civil society voice in this. Thank you.
I've seen you are holding a placard that reads Ken's towards killed Ghanaian. What does this mean?
It means a whole lot. It means what we have experienced in the former administration, where the former minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, was the former finance minister, and how he messed up the whole economy. I mean, ran us into a ditch. Procurement, conspiracy to commit procurement fraud, causing financial loss to the state, including dozens of charges that were leveled against him. Very, very, very sad indeed. It's a sad situation that today he's not here to answer to all the wrath that he has caused us. He should come down and face the blazing, judgment, the blazing fire of judgment which awaits him. He shouldn't run away.
Is he not already facing that? We've seen that the Attorney General and the Office of the Special Prosecutor, even including the U.S. government, have begun the process of making him face judgment. Today he will be in court challenging his immigration, his visa process, that now he was being detained in ICE custody. Is he not already facing that?
I don't think we should trust the process as it is now, because it's delaying. It's causing so much delay. And I'll put the same question to you. Do you trust the process?
Less than a year.
Do you trust the process?
I do, because I know that the number of people that goes into the ICE detention about 98% of them are being extradited into their country. The data is there if you check on the ICE website. So we have to allow the process to go through.
So for how long should we allow the process to go through? Because we have waited for quite a long time. You ask, is it up to a year? Must it be up to a year when you have done something wrong and you are not there to speak for yourself? I mean, if you have stolen your parents' money, how long should they wait to punish you? And any act of running away will warrant force. And so we want force to be applied. We cannot trust the process any longer. That's why we are here, to send a clear signal, clear message to the U.S. Embassy, the U.S. President, that he should do everything humanly possible to ensure that Ken is deported back to Ghana. In the next 24 hours, we want to see Ken here. Then we will stop all this that we are doing here today. Within the next 24 hours. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. So he is one of the members of Arise Ghana who is demanding for that. So, MF, I'll be handing over to you in the studio, and then you will see how the day unfolds here at the U.S. Embassy. But all that the group Arise Ghana is demanding for is that they want former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta deported into Ghana. Whether they believe that the extradition process is going to take long. Some of them believe that this is going to, they don't believe in the process, so they want him deported in the next 24 hours. And they are going to do this continuously until he is deported here. MFR.
For bringing a sight and scene to the U.S. Embassy here in Accra. If you're using that route, just know that that's what's happening. However, Mr. Adoye, I didn't see any placard that says that Sedna Tamaklo should be brought.
I said wait for me to get there.
You are the one carrying that placard.
It's a special placard for me.
But even in the interview, I didn't hear any of them talk about Sednam. But
he was going to
when you spoke to the convener, he told you Sednam is part of it.
I am saying that Sednam had already gone through the process. He has been jailed. Only that he will come and then serve the jail term. This is what we want now.
They want the process.
Yes.
Okay. We're wrapping the conversation. Doc, I'm just going to spare a few seconds to each of you to just wrap the conversation. There's a special request to continue this next week.
Yes.
Because I like to think that by the time Mr. Adoye is coming, he would have some better particulars.
I will bring
so that we'll spend some few minutes.
from Parliament.
Okay. Doc, please, take your final words on this.
Yeah, so for me, I think that everything, probably we will know whatever will happen next from today. That is when Ken has gone through the court procedures. And I also believe that let's advise that whatever charges Ghana has against Ken, will not be anything that people may sit somewhere and talk and probably describe it as being too political, and probably also send, information that will help the U.S., and the demand of Ghana. But if you are not careful, and then you play politics around it, and then if the U.S. refuses to get him down to Ghana, then of course it is going to, worsen whatever we are looking for, or the people of Ghana are looking for. So we need to approach this with caution. We need to approach it as a serious country. And we need to also approach it with all the facts, that we have, and not,
our feelings
and emotions and all that.
Honorable.
Yeah. Just picking from where Doc ended, beyond just approaching it seriously, we should also approach it with the best of patriotism. All of us accepting in one way or the other to be in public leadership should know the consequences thereof. We are human beings, mere mortals, liable of mistakes, both of omission and commission. You can be an actor or not. All the country is seeking for at every given point, come and justify. And I think that, as a person, I would not be happy if Ken is wrongly persecuted. No. But I will be more than happy, as a young politician, that public leaders are accountable to their stewardship. And on that note, I don't want leaders to be out of this country being tried because there's a what? A lacuna or there's a gap or there's an opportunity. Let's use the most important to come sit in your country where you govern the people and answer all the questions.
Okay.
That's what
well, because you're twitching, maybe just
and this is their definition of youth. He said as a young politician.
Why he's gray? I know a 42-year-old who's all gray.
You are not a young man again.
I started my first grade at age 22.
And
so I'm not a grey. I'm saying that.
Are you a young 40, person or not?
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not. I'm over 40.
You are. Okay. Right, is this your final word?
Yes. My final word is that what is happening with the Arise Ghana thing has no bearing with a case. It is really an exercise by Bernard Mona to relaunch himself into the political fray after he sent his party to an embarrassment that had never happened since the party was formed. You remember, when he became the flag bearer, he couldn't even fill the forms to contest for elections. This is a party that had contested every single election from 1996. But when he took his pen, he had to auction the party to the NDC, and that is what he is doing to revive his political career.
Okay. Mr. Adoye, you take your final words.
You do.
I am of the view that Ghanaians should support whatever Arise Ghana is doing to get the attention of U.S. authority to bring Ken back. We should not embolden politicians to engage in corruption. Whatever is going on today, look, it will just motivate ministers of today to also steal. The moment they lose power, you just write to the chief of staff, I'm going for medical checkup, and then leave. In this case, they will find countries that don't have extradition treaty with Ghana, and then go and be there. So we need to build Ghana. We should not build political parties. So let's have that patriotism.
Okay.
Let us tackle this in a nationalistic way. Not that when we come indefensible, then we are defending. No. Let us pray. Me, I am praying. I know this exercise. It will have effect because it's now getting to 4 a.m.
Oh, you've been counting the time.
In U.S. So all these interviews, whatever, I mean, it will get there.
I've not seen any international press covering it.
Well,
wait until you live here. You start Google, BBC, CNN, and other things, and you see. I'm saying that when you get to American Embassy, when you get to American Embassy,
finally,
around that place, all the enclave, you are on camera.
That's true.
Whatever happens here, people sitting in America watching.
I want to say thank you for. I want to thank you for joining us today on the review, but especially thank you to you, Mr. Adoye, for your contribution to that little girl's health. Thank you so much. But as well, I want to say a happy birthday to Anita Akpere. She is CEO of Janita Catering Services. We love you so much, and we wish you a blessed year ahead. And this is from your favorite niece, Rosabeth, and your sister, Susie. Good morning, Auntie Susie Akpere, ASP Susie Akpere. Thank you so much. That's my special mother. Well, thank you as well. And good morning to Engineer Philip Tetepadi, my very good friend. Thank you for doing the watching, but please stay. There's more.